Oops, wrong one. Anyway, and we're off. Oh man. Good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are, even if it's not afternoon. Oh man, yeah. So I just took a nap, a good long nap. Yeah, normally before I was literally just staring at my computer for like the last hour, thinking I should do work, I should write, I should do something, and I just couldn't think clearly at all, at all, at all. So I took a nap, and thank you, Tim. I wish I could say I was feeling better. I do feel better after getting a quick nap in there, but I'm still not back to 100%. I don't know. Feels oh good for you. That's good. Yeah, I don't know. I just me this time of year. I think I just have to accept that I'm just going to be sick. I'm gonna have to deal with it. But regardless, I'm here. I'm ready to do some writing. I hope hopefully you're ready to go too. Yeah, I might have to. I'm a very research oriented person, so I keep thinking, man, maybe I should do some research and see how to like prevent or illness, like all these viruses and things when you got kids. I got 4 kids, so there's a lot of chance of stuff being spread around. It's just I don't know. I got to figure something out because what I'm doing clearly isn't enough. Okay. Well, anyway, let's dive right into it here. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. I'm going to go ahead and oh, yeah. Switch over to my desktop here in a second. I agree, Tab. Kids are, in fact, snot factories. Oh, man. Yes, they are. I mean, we're just like, it was funny because literally before we all got sick, I went to the Sam's Club and I bought a big old box of tissues because we've been out for, I don't know, probably a good month or so. We hadn't used really needed any tissues, hadn't used them at all. And I thought, oh, let me just go buy somewhere out because I'm here. And not kidding, the very next day, we all got sick. And it's just been perpetuating all month long. So that's just how it is. That's just how it is. At least I got the tissues, so right. So we're semi prepared. Um, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go crazy on this research and see like, hey, there's gotta be something more I can do. I know it's just treating with viruses. It's just treating remedies and stuff like that. Using remedies and just treating symptoms, but so it's just gonna run its course. But I gotta find a way to prevent this better than I'm doing because I feel like I was getting better, then got sick again, and I'm almost guaranteed it's went from one virus to the next virus. And I don't want to go to another virus or have 2 viruses at once. I'm just, yeah, not fun. Okay, moving along. Let me share my desktop here. Okay, so where am I at for today? Let's look at targets. 20,492 words. That's good. Moving right along, almost to my halfway point, and we're only a day after the halfway mark, so that's good. I'm down to actually, so yesterday I was about 2,000 words a day average. Now I'm down to 1,967. So that's good. Good place to be. I'm under that 2,000 word goal again, which makes me happy. And still got 15 days left. So that's excellent. Looking good. Yeah. So I think I'll just have to buckle down and get that done today. I'm gonna see if I can do it all in one session. I don't know what you guys got planned, but I'm gonna try to just hit this session hard. I got a little bit more energy, got a little boost from sleeping right, and I'm just gonna try to hit it hard and get something done, get some writing done here. So, without further ado, I'm not gonna delay any longer. I'm gonna go ahead and get us started off with our timer, and we'll just kind of see where we're at the end of this session. If we're feeling good, if I'm feeling good for another one or not. Yeah, I just wish I felt so much better. It'd be easy for me to say, yes, we'll do one more if I didn't feel like crap. But that's just the way it is. Let's go ahead and get started here. I'll get my timer already here. 15, 20. And I will count us off and we will start writing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's write. Okay, there goes our timer. I'll cut that off now. So how'd you do? Actually, I did pretty well. If you, for me, actually, yeah, I did really quite well. Let me show you here real quick. I got my targets right here. I did 1,460 words, which is pretty dang good. Pretty happy with what I came up with. And the best part is by the time I had finished that scene that I was working on, I had an idea for the next scene. So, yeah, I think I'm actually, considering how I did, and I'm so close, I think I'm going to do one more session today. I'm feeling pretty good still. You know, that nap really helped, I tell you. Taking a good rest really does make a difference. Tell me, Tam, how'd you do? Let me know. I'd like to hear from you. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat here. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. 21,000, almost 22,000 words now. I think if I do one more session, if I can do one more session and do the same thing or similar, man, that'll put me way over the top. So feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. But nevertheless, we will take a short break because we need it. We deserve it. You know, we need to take that break and enjoy ourselves for a minute. Yeah, you know, grab a drink, you know, walk around for a minute, you know, stand up, all that jazz. This time, I usually turn on, I haven't been using music in a while. I think this time I might listen to some music because I'm really feeling some excitement here. I'm actually really enjoying when I'm writing here. Right now, everything I've written, in case you're wondering, I've been writing all these Lionel scenes, and they're kind of all chronological, like one after another, after another, after another, kind of building on each other. So that's been kind of fun to explore that and build it out and work on his backstory. Once again, I don't know how much, if any, of this is actually going to end up in the final draft. Probably not much, but it's fun to explore, and I think that's really what the first draft is all about. Is kind of exploring the story and getting to know it better. I was actually talking to one of my writing friends yesterday. We were talking about like how we've been writing this book together, actually, collaborative project. And those of you who have seen my webinars probably know about this book. And we're on our fifth draft, right? And it seems like each draft that we've gone through, we have learned a lot, and we've become really familiar with the story. In some ways, that's good. In some ways, that's bad, right? But really, I think it's in the long run, it's better to be really familiar with it and kind of know what's going on than not. And the best part is, you know, now that we've taken a break and we've kind of stepped back for about a month or two, it's been good jumping back in because we're coming in with fresh eyes. You know, we're thinking about it again, and that's kind of how I feel like this book is going to be for me. I'm going to come into it right now. I'm just writing things like just building an outline, right? Building an outline, exploring the characters, trying things out, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, and then at the end of this NaNoWriMo, month, I'm gonna take a break, probably to pause for probably about a month at least. I'll probably even switch to that other book project I'm working on, and then just work on that for a bit, and then come back to this in January and just kind of look at it with fresh eyes and see if I can find the story hidden within it, right? Build the outline, do something really cool with it, and see what happens. Uh, I had to restart. Okay, so no worries, Tam. That's okay. Uh, Life happens. But anyway, we're looking good. I am going to do one more session, so feel free if you need to jump in there and you want to jump in this session, that's fine. Glad you're back. Had to restart your back. Okay. No, that's perfectly fine. Totally get it. So feel free if you can, if you want to share. I don't know if you got any writing done or not. Feel free to share that. Happy to see that there. Like I said, I did pretty good, so I'm feeling pretty like, yes, I can do this. I'm ready to go for one more session today. I never really know how I'm gonna feel until that second session rolls around. I'm like, yes, I can do it, or no, I can't. But I'll grab a quick drink real quick. Do that there, and then we'll jump right into it. Computers can't live without them. Can't live them. Can't throw them out the window. I know how you feel, man. I have some really good equipment, and sometimes it just like technology just fails. Sometimes it just does. Sometimes it just doesn't work, and yeah. I've had friends, who've had computers for years and years and years and years and years, and they're breaking down and they're not really working. I'm like, I don't know how you manage to still work with that stuff. I'm working with fairly new equipment fairly regularly because I believe in keeping things up to date and organized. Anyway, And even then, I still have problems. So it's tough. Well, you got 108, 802 words. That's great. You are on a roll. Perfect, perfect. Well, our timer is up, so I'm going to go ahead and count us off and get us started. Um, oh, it's a solid state? Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Oh, wait, yeah, it's a solid state and really fast. That's great. Yeah, that's really, really good. Yeah, I agree with that. Having that, I mean, having those just responsive and just working and excellent. Yeah, that's great. It's nothing better than having a computer that actually responds and does what it's supposed to. But even still, I've had some new computers that didn't work for me even out of the box, and I had to like send them back or like get them repaired or changed up. Anyway, yeah. So it's hit and miss, right? It's hit and miss. Anyway, well, let's jump into it. I'll go ahead and get us started off for our last session. 20 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's write. Okay, there goes our timer. Puts it as 5 minutes left, and actually, believe it or not, it's funny. I'm feeling better and better after each session. It seems. I don't know. Maybe it's just how it is. Probably because I'm drinking some fluids, got some rest, and yeah, just feeling better. This is great. So let's look and see how I did. So I ended up getting 2,488 words, and I remember I had 1460, 2,488. That puts me at 1,128. So not quite as many words as my first session, but I'm really happy with the result what I got. I kind of actually finished up Lionel's backstory. It's probably a really condensed version. If we look at his story, it's about 5,000 words long. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. Yeah, thank you, Tam. Really appreciate that. I'm really happy with how his story turned out. Like a lot of this is probably stuff that'll be sprinkled in throughout the main narrative, right? And we'll see as things go. But yeah, I've really kind of enjoyed really what I'm doing here. Is what I'm doing is just exploring each character's backstory and trying to see which character is like kind of more interesting and more fun, enjoyable to write, which one's going to stand out more. And I'm trying it with everyone to kind of just get a feel for each character. And it's like that discovery writing process, even like taken to the next step. Before I was learning it with them just in a room talking about themselves, and this time I'm like exploring their story. So a lot of fun. Okay, Tam, you did. You're at 505 words. It's a little slow going as I think about how to describe the new realm. Okay, that's good. That's good. You're making good progress. That's great. That puts you at what? Just about 1,300 words for this today. That's really excellent. That's really, really good. So excellent, man. So I've exceeded my session target here today, and you're really close. You're almost at 1,600 words, but I think you were a little bit ahead too, right? So you should be good where you're at. But of course, feel free to keep writing if, as if you want to, right? That'd be great to hit that 1,667 words. I'm feeling pretty good though. I think I'm going to call it for today. Let's kind of look real quick at my writing history and see how I'm doing there. So my average per day this month, the month of November, is 1,427. For since I started writing, is 1,277. That's because I had a whole day where I guess I wrote something but didn't deleted it or something. So I'm gonna that's counting against me. But really, honestly, November is the only one I'm really looking at anyway. So that is going up, which is good. Minimum of the days at 434. So that was my worst day, November 14th. And maximum of the day was the 2,588, which is actually on the 15th. So it's good. I came and worked these last 2 days. These 2 days have been really important for me this entire week. Some of the best days I've written are the last 2 days. So that's really good. It's really, really good. Let's see. Let's go back here. Go to average per day. I love this tool. I just love this tool, by the way. It's so much fun using the writing history. Tam, you're saying I'll be able to write more later this afternoon, so I'll be able to make the target. That's good. That's good. I wish I could say the same for me. This is probably going to be my last session for today, and I probably won't be able to write again until tomorrow. If I could work in some other sessions, I tell you throughout the day, I could push this through and get to that 25K. But overall, I'm feeling pretty dang good. I mean, I exceeded my target for today by about more than about 500 words or thereabout. So if I keep that going, I'll definitely get to that 50K by the end of the month. So far so good. And it's so nice to look at this too and see it all the way from November 1st all the way to the 16th that I've written every single day. It's rare that I look at my writing history and I say, oh yeah, I wrote every day this month. That doesn't happen at all ever. I don't think this is like the first time this is happening. So this is exciting, and I'm actually okay with that on a regular basis. I think writing minimum for me. I think weekdays are my writing times. Usually I can get some writing time in. So Monday through Fridays is the time I usually want to see that. I don't mind if I don't write on the weekends, but it is just really cool to see that. I like that. Oh yeah, you like looking at your stats too. It is a really good motivator. When you see that, it can also be a demotivator, right? If you're like, oh, I'm not doing so well, but it really can be a motivator, especially when you're seeing progress, right? It's kind of like exercising. When you're going to exercise and doing some strength workouts or something, you're starting to feel a little stronger. Like, yeah, I feel a little stronger. It makes you want to go and work out and exercise a bit more. It's the same thing with writing. When you exercise that writing tool, that writing brain. You're like, oh man, I can do this, and you do it more and more and more. You get better and better. You just kind of has that snowball effect where like, oh yeah, I'm just getting better and better and better. I can do this. And it hasn't been quite like that. You can see some days are lower, some days are higher. You have good days, you have bad days. The point is you keep going, right? You just keep on with it. Okay, well, I'm going to call it there. Let me just look real quick. Okay, yeah, I don't have any scraps to get rid of. Just going to clean things up real quick, close things up a bit. I think I'll probably leave this guy open because I want to see it. But we'll go with that and kind of just leave it at that. Right? One more set reps. I like that, Tam. I like that. Yeah. Keep it going. Keep it strong. Keep those writing muscles moving. So anyway, well, I think we'll call it a day. Thank you so much for coming, Tam, and anyone who's watching this after that. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate you. I've really enjoyed doing these. It's been a lot of fun. So I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Okay, we'll get back on this tomorrow. We're moving right along. Before you know it, we're gonna be at the end of the month and like all shouting with joy, like, yay, we did it, we did it. So let's do it. Let's keep going. Keep on writing. And like I said, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for bringing that up, Tam. I know I have the stream is over here. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in. Yeah, so tomorrow, looking at the calendar real quick. Good thing I saw that message before I totally jumped off here. Yeah, let's plan for... I'm going to switch to camera view. Let's plan for 3 o'clock. Yeah, let's do 3 o'clock because tomorrow I have a webinar at 1, and so I don't know when that's going to end. It could go for an hour or longer. So tomorrow we'll do 3 o'clock. Okay, and only that event. So tomorrow we'll do 3 o'clock. That way, there's no chance that I won't be there. Like I won't have any crazy overlap. I'll have plenty of break between them. Thank you for bringing that up. Appreciate that. So 3 p.m. tomorrow Central. Okay, and then we'll be back to our 2 o'clock time on Saturday, and I believe on Sunday as well. I think we'll just make it. We'll just keep going with this. I think that'll work. That's the only day I'm looking at that where that 2 o'clock will be really inconvenient. It will be. I mean, next week's gonna be tricky, like I said, because I got my kids home all for Thanksgiving week, and so we might just have to keep our streams a little shorter because it's gonna be wild with them at home. But after that, I mean, after that week, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 days left the next week, right, where we're jumping in there. So, yep, I think we'll just go with that. We'll just keep it 2 o'clock from there on out, and I'll let you know if anything changes. Thanks, Tam, for bringing that up, and I will see you all tomorrow at 3 o'clock. See you there.